What's up, Mr. Parka here? If you guys hear stuff in the background, it's House by the Cemetery Blu-ray. I was just checking it out. Watched some of it the other day. Anyways, this is my update on fucking Thanksgiving. Yeah, I'm doing this on Thanksgiving. Time off. It's huge, it's ridiculous, and I don't even want to do it. But I gotta do it. I'm leaving a lot out because I'm gonna have an all bootleg update, which should be awesome. Let me just hop right into this. Here's some DVDs. I bought all those Full Moon's Grindhouse editions. Full Moon. Filmgore with narrated by Elvira. Elvira's amazing. Basically, it's just like 5 movies and the gore clips and shit from it. And Texas Chainsaw's in there, which really isn't even gory, but it's Filmgore. It looks like a VHS on DVD. And then we have Best of Sex and Violence. I actually never seen this. Another one like that. This one has the Carradine family doing the narration on it. That's the Best of Sex and Violence. Then we got Auditions, which is a whole bunch of crazy, like, nude auditions for a movie. The plot was really bizarre. There's 10 of them. They were $10 a piece. Mutant Hunt, really cheesy, bad movie, which I seen by Tim Kincaid. Pretty funny. Necropolis, really cheesy, again, horror movie, which is actually probably the best of the bunch, I think, out of these that I've seen. I really like Necropolis. As bad as it is, I bought a shitty poster of it. The 6 tits, feeding the zombies, is actually one of the coolest parts. We got Dreamaniac, pretty terrible slasher, hilarious. What is that company? It's an old wizard. Was double billed, released, or advertised with Headless Eyes. That came out way before, I believe. White Slave, never watched. I think this is aka Amazonia, which is an awful movie. Savage Island with Linda Blair, which the story of this is pretty ridiculous. Then we got Famous TNA, again, hosted by, this one's hosted by Sybil Danning, who's a knockout. She's awesome. You know, everybody knows Sybil Danning. And then Zombiethon, which is a bunch of zombie clips. So that's 10 movies. Here's hoping they release more. Whoa. I'd really like to see some more of these, like Headless Eyes and Robot Holocaust and shit like that get released. Even maybe pull from some of their Empire Pictures if they got the rights to those. So those are some of their best movies. Then I got a whole bunch of former rentals. They're really cheap, anywhere from like $2 to $6 or something. But most of these were $4. The Good, the Bad, and the Weird. Heard this is really cool. I think the director of I Saw the Devil did this one. Have not watched it. I'm going to turn this down a bit. But I saw The Good, the Bad, and the Weird. Heard good things about it. IFC. Black Heaven looked pretty crazy. Again, IFC. Diary of a Nymphomaniac. IFC, $4. The Pleasure of Being Robbed. This looked cool. Looks like it should be a Criterion. Of course it's not. This movie looked really weird. I had never heard about it. It's supposed to be super gory, super weird, and it was from France in '85. It has a frickin' like zombies in it with a gun and a mummy. It's French. I bought it from Diabolical DVD. Never had seen it. It just looks amazing. Haven't got a chance to watch it. It's called Devil Story. This one looks like it's something I'll watch for sure. This movie's distracting the shit out of me. I'm gonna have to pause it because I want to watch it. I've seen it before, but then we have Ink, which look really cool. Adios, amigo. All right. I don't like reading half of these. Ink, it's cheap. Then we have, I guess, Low. Which got me is, like, the creature on the back's, like, on stage doing stuff, and I just freaking cracked up. He's like, hey, he's, like, doing stand-up comedy or some shit. House of Fears, I don't know. I don't know why I bought this. I think it was a big mistake, but I don't know how it is. Has a clown on the front. I like the house on the front. I think that's what got it. Reminded me of Night of the Demon or something. Then here's one we got called Afterschool. Tidy, nasty, and neat. Look like one of those kind of like crazy like high school coming to life tales. I don't freaking know what I'm doing anymore. I'm losing my touch. Got Husk, Killer Scarecrows. Or Killer Scarecrow. Or it has a fucking scarecrow on it. It's killing somebody. Better, or I'll be pissed off. This one looked pretty cool. The other one I've seen of that, the After Dark Originals was that Seconds Apart. I really like that one. Then we got Vanishing on 7th Street, like everybody disappears. I don't know, I thought the commercial for this looked very promising. And then we have, what is this one? Septien, which looks really insane and bizarre and crazy. I heard it's like a weird, trippy movie. Sounds cool. Then what else do we have? Terribly Happy, which is from... what's this company? Oscilloscope. They released that Rare Exports and Bellflower. This is on DVD. Never seen it. Just sounded cool. Then we have Bad, which I did a review for. Really trashy, tasteless, dark comedy by, you know, it's Andy Warhol's Bad. This was $2. I figured, why the hell not? Dead and Deader. It's a zombie movie. Why not? It could be terrible. But I'm a sucker for zombie movies. Then we have this Australian slasher called Slaughtered, which I really like the cover, so that's why I grabbed that. So, Slaughtered. Oh, we got Thankskilling. Perfect time for this day. Hilariously, intentionally silly slasher movie about a killer fucking turkey. Gobble gobble, motherfucker. I really thought it was hilarious. Moist Fury. Kind of like this throwback to like revenge fucking gang movies. It's alright. Had some moments. Necrophagia DVD. I found this for $5 through the Eyes of the Dead Uncut. Basically, I got it just for the Jim Van Better music videos and stuff like that, and they're really cool. I really do like Blood Freak. I think is the best. Then we have the Deli, which was $3. This is a Synapse movie. I don't know. Cases beat the shit, but $3. One of the Synapse I didn't have. Then we have the Diabolical Dr. Z, still sealed. It was $10 from Mondo Macabro, of course. I think it's a Jess Franco. Yep, Jess Franco. I've not seen it. I think there's some sequels to these, if I'm not mistaken. Then we have Dial by Mouth, which is a movie I've always wanted to see. Looked pretty good. Looked like a gritty, you know, type deal British, like, gangster, not gangster, crime movie, I'd say. Then we have Seb Godin. I hope I'm saying your name right. I've been talking to you for like 10 years and I mispronounced your name on here. But anyways, he did a short little movie, 15 minutes long, called Eating Out, where he has a cameo by Lloyd Kaufman and yours truly. I guess if you want to see it, you contact him. It's just a really silly movie about, you know, this cannibal. It's 15 minutes long. The kid's 15 years old. He makes short movies. It's really cool. Lloyd Kaufman's scene's fun. My scene is, you know, pretty awful, as you can imagine. But that's Eating Out. You should be able to find him on my Facebook if you want to contact him. Then we got Julie Darling, which is a Code Red release. Have not watched it, but it says extremely memorable. This is such an underrated gem, and Code Red has been really delivering on the goods lately. A lot of stuff, and the more I buy, the more hope that they'll release night, morning. And then we have the Carpenter with Wiggs Hazard. This movie's hilarious. I don't know what you guys are talking about. People talking about not liking this movie. This is great. This is one of the Katrina releases, of course. I pretty much have all these, I think. But yeah, the Carpenter, lots of fun, lots of cheese, and it's got to be done, lady. He's like Michael Keaton on crack in that movie. I love him. Satan's Blood, another Katrina one. Most of these covers are irreversible, too, which is really cool. At the Final Exam, which I had the old BCI release. I still have it, but, you know, I kind of got this weird kick where I have to get all these Katrina's Nightmare Theaters now. Then I have Humongous, which is an R-rated movie. The DVD is supposed to be remastered and it's uncut. It's a decent movie. The VHS suffered from darkness, pitch blackness, but this is a lot better Paul Lynch movie than Prom Night, which I personally think is overrated. I think Humongous, or whatever it's called, is actually a pretty good movie. Lifespan, with Klaus Kinski, of course, is a pretty decent movie. Sci-fi thriller type deal. I guess it's kind of weird. Then we have Living Doll, which it's a pretty good movie. I did a review for it too. Not as extreme as Necromantic or anything like that, but still worth a watch. Dead Cert, I don't know, I got this. I must have been in a buying mood. Yeah, it's from Shout Factory. That's really, I think, the only reason I got it. Dead Cert, not really a big fan of the new vampire movies, but there's some that are alright. Voodoo Dolls and Madonna, A Case of Blood Ambition from Code Red. I think I really wanted to see Madonna more so, but I'm not going to complain that they threw in a free movie on there. Then we have, of course, Serbian film. This is a cut version. There's 12 seconds cut and some more shit altered at the end. Great movie. I really don't know if I can recommend this release, though. This is uncut, but it features, you know, stupid transitions and, you know, a watermark on the uncut scenes. Then we have Mucha Sangre, which is one I've wanted to see for a very long time. Yeah, I think Paul Naschy's in this movie. Yeah. And it's supposed to be really crazy. It's a Euro cult, so it's like semi-bootleg. Then we have 2001 Maniacs unrated, the sequel to 2000 Maniacs, which is a remake. I have not watched this yet. Bill Moseley takes the place of Robert Englund. Then we have Valhalla Rising, which is the IFC film. Fairly cheap, like $4. Looked pretty brutal. Looked fun. Not fun, I guess. It looked good. The Disappeared, another IFC film, which I've not got a chance to watch. I'm a sucker for IFC. You guys should know that by now. Then we have 2LDK, which is a Danger After Dark film. I've not watched this yet. Looks pretty decent. We have the Convent, Jesus, a Mike Mendez movie. You know, this is one when it came out. A lot of people talk good about it, and I just never saw it. He also did The Killers and the Grave Dancers movie, from what I understand, what I've been told. And then we have Heavy Metal in Baghdad, which is a documentary about how hard it was, or what happened when they went and did like heavy metal in Baghdad, which I have not seen. I don't know much about it, but it looked interesting to me. Then we have Hard Revenge Millie. She Likes It Hard. It has 2 movies in here. I don't know. I think I might have one of these. I'm not necessarily sure. Look, crazy Japanese movies. But I don't know. And then we have Megan is Missing, which is supposed to be like a fake documentary based on true events. I don't know what the hell's going on in it, but I heard it was pretty disturbing stuff. Shank, which sounded like it was up my alley, a British crime movie. Bunch of kids. Sounded good to me. I like the company too. Revolver Entertainment's pretty good company. We have The Girlfriend Experiment, Sasha Grey. You know, she's great. From Magnet. And we have another edition of The Real Killers. I'd show this is a pretty great movie, pretty crazy, pretty one of a kind, I'd say. Then we have Stuck, which is really cheap. It's like a throwback to Women's in Prison movie. I grabbed it. It was like $3, like I said. Sugar Box, which is another, I think, Woman in Prison movie for $3. I couldn't pass it up. And I already had this, but I only had this. I had the 3-disc, but for $3, I just couldn't let it slide. Even though I already had the movie, I couldn't let it slide. It's sitting on my shelf. I was like, well, I might as well have the 2-disc too. Poultrygeist, which I fucking love. And then we have 3 more. Teenage Hitchhikers and Teenage Tramp, the Maria's B movie Mayhem. I actually already have Teenage Hitchhikers, I believe. So I don't know. I bought that. And these 2 are both double dips, but I do want to try to get all these Maria's B movie Mayhems as well, with Scream and Barn of the Naked Dead and Ride on 42nd Street and Bad Girls Dormitorium. 2 of them are Tim Kincaid movies right here. And boom. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? And we have some Blu-rays here. This first one was given to me as a gift. Somebody had got the DVD and they didn't, with the Blu-ray, came for free, so they gave it to me. I was never a huge fan of this movie, but it's free. It's a Halloween H2O, so. Then we have Rare Exports, which looks insane. It's a Blu-ray. It just looked crazy. Kidnapping Santa Claus, evil, bunch of, you know, elves waging war. I didn't really look crazy. Had to get it. Screwballs, which I bought used, you know. It's like a sex comedy. Severin. I usually don't buy used Blu-rays, but, you know, I figured why not. Then we have Attack the Block, which I thought was a pretty good movie. I thought it was a bit overrated. I thought the aliens were kind of crap. And I also felt that a lot of the characters were just flat. But, you know, it was still cool to see Nick Frost, still entertaining, and I think it's worth a watch. Attack the Block. Bellflower, which looks awesome. Looks crazy. Sounds like a one-of-a-kind movie, to be honest. Grab that. And, of course, I grabbed House by the Cemetery, which is a pretty crazy Fulci movie, one of his scariest. And, of course, I got Zombie Blu-ray, which is an amazing movie, an amazing release. I watched some of the features on this, and it looks great. It looks amazing. Love this movie. This is still an underrated movie, as popular as it is. I'd still say it's underrated. This one I saw in Extra the Mutilator, Wired to Kill. Sounds hilarious. Tom Lister's in it. Yeah, I had to get it. Sounds really fun. It's a Lightning video, which I've always had a soft spot for. I bought this from Earl Kess, I believe, Spellbinder. It was pretty cheap. Double Revenge, this was like 50 cents. I figured why not? I don't know. Anything called Double Revenge is definitely worth buying. So, boom. Oh, it's actually directed by the guy who did The Killing Hour. Paint It Black. Again, this was 50 cents. Couldn't pass it up. And then, of course, we have this crappy cut in a cut box. Probably not worth anything. Oh, I know it's not worth anything. But it is a Paragon, and it was called Preacher Man, too. Fortunately, it's in a cut box, and it's cut like shit. But Preacher Man. Looks pretty cool. And then this was like $1, too. I just figured, hell, why not? Texas Chainsaw on VHS, $1. It's an MPI. And the Orion Vestron release for $1. Pretty much mint condition of Mad Max. I know this isn't the first pressing or anything. Let's see, this is an 88 version. Couldn't pass it up. Frickin' dollar. Mad Max. And then we got the Granny, which I've had my eye on forever. Really good condition. Really like $7 ship. I heard this is a great movie. Looks awesome. It's all bubbly and you can feel it on the outside, on the writing. Then we have Wavelength, Ambassador, which I bought. I don't know. I just like that case. It's kind of faded, kind of, I should say extremely. But, I don't know, it's PG, I don't know what to expect. And last, we have Madam Sin, which was, again, $1. I don't know. Just felt like grabbing it. Oh,